The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We really appreciate you being with us each and every day. And, of course, we're going to be on 10 to 11 with you each and every day. We have our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs, that kicks off TFNN. And quite a market out here this morning. You get the Dow off 106, Nasdaq's off 42, S&Ps are off 14. You get gold up 8.7. Now, what's interesting about gold and silver is that they hit highs, but that good old dollar index is coming off those lows. We're up 32 ticks right now. Steve Rhodes, what's happening, brother?
Not much.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, of course, everything at this point is about the rhetoric that's in D.C. And, of course, folks, they're out of their minds. They're all out of their minds. That's, you know, if we've got to learn anything on this deal, I'm sure, well, personally, on the, you know, when I look back 2 or 3 years, I always thought politicians were out of their minds, but not to the point that they'll take us all down the tubes. You know? I mean, seriously, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like we talked about yesterday, you know. I mean, I think what we want, and, you know, and I speak on behalf of everybody, but I think what everybody wants is to fix the problem.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, we're in business.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in the market business, you know, what we know about the money management piece of business is fix your problems fast.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's the, you know, the reason for using stops, okay?
Right.
And what we do is because, you know, that will just simply help us to fix the problems fast. What we want our politicians to do, you know, is to fix the problems fast, not make this thing a political statement, if you will.
It's beyond belief at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The thing that's amazing, folks, okay, is that, you know, investors, of course, have short memories. Politicians have even shorter memories. And, you know, because if you remember, when they let Lehman go down the tubes, the bottom line is that they were taking a calculated risk that nothing would happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you hear that, okay, you know, they're throwing deals out saying, hey, it's not going to be a big deal if it gets downgraded. It's not going to be a big deal if we default. I don't see the default. Now, the downgrade gets interesting because Japan actually only has a AA rating.
Yeah.
It's a AA minus, actually. And they have interest rates that are very low. Now, so the arguments made there is that it's the Japan citizens that are giving Japan the money.
Yeah.
But why?
Japan's not the lead dog, though.
Why take that risk?
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's insane just to take that risk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the markets are, you know, are telling us what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this is where
and they
you
get
don't
worried.
have to. Yeah, you don't have to read the newspaper. You don't have to turn on the television. All you really have to do is take a look at the market, take a look at where the volume is going.
Right.
And then also, you know, we've got things that are disconnecting. You know, correlations that were in place or have been in place. We've got things that are, you know, absolutely disconnecting. So it makes it even more interesting as a trader to figure out, you know, how do you want to position yourself, you know, when you're taking a look at a pattern or what have you.
That's right.
You know, I mean, you know, when we talked about gold holding that 1608 area, you know, a couple weeks ago, you know, it got right up to that 1608 and then came down. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. You know, it gets up to a level and then it's supposed to, in essence, stop and then figure out what it's going to do. In this case here, gold just simply went sideways for, you know, several days. And what's great about these Fibonacci, you know, expansion patterns and butterfly Gartley patterns is that when you bust through, it gives you so much information.
Right.
In this case here, you know, it busted through. It's trading 1624. We're going to see 1648, you know, on gold. So we're going to see 1650 on gold. That is, you know, that's the next, that's what looks like is the next stop.
Yeah.
So if that's what the market is telling us, that we're going to hit that, you know, are we going to see a solution today? Probably not, because this is kind of a fear-based trade, I suppose, you know, the gold piece of it. So, you know, and when are we going to fix? Well, even if they come up with let's say they come up with a plan today, do you really think that it addresses and fixes the problem?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And the main reason is what I brought up yesterday, because the corruption, meaning the soft money, the lobbyists, right? They get, you know, why wouldn't you pay off 500 people to get whatever you want?
Yeah.
The foundation of that is what's really whacked out.
Yeah.
That's a big number, man.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
And anyone, you know, just think of it. If you put yourself, folks, in a position that you had a few $1 billion to start off with, even a couple $100 million, would you or would you not pay off a lobbyist to pay off the congressmen and women and pay off the senators in order to get
No, you would.
A line through.
You would. The thing is that what we live in this world with such technology, and when you take a look at the work that David White does for us, right? On the technology level and everything that he investigates, and just the power of what's out there. What everybody is trying to do, and what technology certainly is all about, is getting from A to Z as fast as you can. Well, paying off lobbyists.
Right.
Or, paying folks off, right? That gets you from A to Z.
Oh, bribery works. Right. Hey, listen, I don't agree with it, but bribery works. There's no two ways about it.
So we're always trying to get from, that's what fast food, was all about.
Right.
Is all about. That's what it's all about. Rapid education. It's all about getting what you want, in the fastest period of time that you can.
No doubt. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Our phone number, folks, is 877-927-6648. Give us a call. We want to know what's going on in your world. I know in your world last night, you were working your little butt off in here. You didn't get out of here till late.
Yeah.
And, as you were getting out, tell me what was happening.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I've learned over time, first what you focus on is so important. What you focus on is going to decide exactly what actions you're going to take, your attitude, everything. And, I probably got out of the office around 10:15, 10:20, something like that. And, and as I walked out to the car lot,
right.
I get up and, we park up towards the top there.
Yes.
And I was grateful to be working here, working hard for, my subscribers. I sent them out a interesting update, just a kind of little feeder for what it is we're going to talk about during our webcast today at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
But when I get out to my car, I see several people, and it looked like families.
Yes.
It was at least
No, I know. Yeah.
And in folks, what you got to picture is, we've got a parking garage, so it means you've got these little slopes going up. There's not a level spot there.
Right.
And when I walk in, I see little families on blankets, if you will.
Right.
Homeless
Sleeping
folks,
there.
sleeping there.
Right.
And I felt good about, and I was tired, I was beat,
Right.
I got in the car and I looked, and it puts everything in perspective.
Right.
If you think that you've got troubles in your life or whatever it might be, you're trying to overcome some type of hurdle.
Right.
Put yourself in somebody else's shoe, part of the real world that's out there.
Well,
if you're employed, and maybe you don't like, maybe think you're working too hard for the money you're making or whatever it is, your focus is wrong.
Yes.
You've got to really focus on gratitude, and you've got to focus on how to improve things, not just for yourself, but the team. That's the whole, to me, that's the whole key. For us, our team is our listeners.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting here, folks, is that, there's been plenty of subsidies. There's been plenty of money that's gone into the bank, monster amounts of money. Now, in fact, even yesterday, you had one of the Fed governors come out flat out and said, hey, listen, with low interest rates, absolutely, Bernanke is recapitalizing the banks.
Yeah.
And when they're doing that, folks, what they're doing is that they're basically stealing money from everyone else and giving it to the banks. Now, what you hear on a continual basis is that on social levels, and this drives me up a wall, absolutely up a wall.
Yeah.
You hear at social levels that people say, oh, when people are on welfare and all this, they're taking the money. And that, folks, is absolutely pure BS. And let me tell you why. I have personal experience on this. So check this out.
Yeah.
This is how insane this gets. Okay, so you have Social Security happening, you have food stamps happening, right? Now, what people don't understand is this. So check this out. You could get Social Security and you get a check of like all of $700 or $800 a month.
Yeah, right.
But if you get that, what ends up happening is that all of a sudden you're not eligible for food stamps. So if you are, you used to get $200, now you get $20.
Wow.
Okay, so that means, folks, that you have to absolutely live on the $700.
Yeah.
And feed yourself.
Yeah.
And pay your rent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And my point is this: that's why those people are still out in the street. So when you see someone on the street, the bottom line is you should understand what is involved there. Number one.
Yeah.
Now, is there plenty of people that shouldn't be out in the street and get a job? Yeah. And that's real too. And at certain points, it's dangerous, and that's real too. So I want you to understand all those aspects of it.
No.
But it's important to understand that social-wise, this is so whacked out right now because they'll give the corporations as much money as they want, and yet they're not taking care of a lot of citizens.
Yeah, but think about it, okay? Look, I mean, I know more about you than our listeners do, and I know what you do for folks, okay? You know, it's genuine. And so, you know, what you do here, you know, which is so much when you talk to our listener base, it's really nothing compared to what I know you do on a personal level, okay? Which is, you know, really important. Because, look, because I believe the way you do anything is the way you do everything.
Right.
You totally epitomize that.
Right.
You know, absolutely.
Right.
And, you know, we do so much for folks. I mean, that's what our mission really is.
Sure.
I mean, I know when you wake up in the morning, that's what we're doing, right? Absolutely. We're thinking about, okay, how do we get our subscribers or what have you, our listeners, into a better trade? How do we protect them? Whatever it is, all of the contributors.
Thank God we got a traders market now.
Man, we do. Huh? We do. We absolutely do.
I'm telling you.
But we don't focus on the people that take advantage of the system. Whether it's our system, you know, or whether it's you know, we don't really, you know, people are going to do that.
Right.
What we're interested in is the majority of the folks, you know, that are really trying to, you know, improve themselves, and you know, and that's who we love helping out, you know, and we'll give extra time.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I mean, that's what to me that's so. So I don't really, you know, there's abuse out there. People are going to abuse stuff because of their value. You know, system. Somehow they can justify it or what have you.
Right.
So you know, just my thoughts.
We got good old Rick from British Columbia. Rick, what's happening, brother?
Hey, before I ask you about IBM, I'd just like your thoughts on raising, you know, the taxes on
They're
on the
all
rich.
on crack, man. They're out of their minds.
No, but raising the taxes on the rich a little bit.
Raising the taxes on
without
the rich.
being political. Do you think?
Without being political? Well, what is your definition of rich and what is your definition of raising taxes?
Well, I think the line was over 250,000, right?
Is that rich? That's not rich. 250 grand, man. 250 grand. Okay, so here, let me give you my take on it first, and Steve can give you his take on it. My take is that I don't like bureaucracies. I don't like government in general. And the reason that, well, I like government that takes care of the citizens. We do not have a government that takes care of our citizens. So what I absolutely don't like, I don't like everyone living high off the hog on all the citizens. So I'm absolutely in the camp that I don't want to see, I want to see less spending happening. Now, I want to see less spending happening, and this is where the difference would come in, is that I would be a fiscal conservative, but I'm absolutely a liberal when we're just talking about social programs. Absolutely. I want mothers to take care of. I want those social programs in place. I want to see companies, okay, not grabbing all the money. I'll give you a great for instance, right? Well, you know, we have the Tigers Den. Folks, if you're not in the Tigers Den, go check it out, okay? You can test drive it for a month for nothing. This morning in the Tigers Den, one of our Tigers, and I know he happens to be a lawyer also. Yeah, you stay right there, because I'll put and it's amazing the amount of information we have in there, but it's amazing when I saw this come across. And it has to do with the FAA. It has to do with how much one bill has just changed in the last week. And you know what, folks? The government, I mean, the airlines are keeping all the money.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, Rick from British Columbia. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Purchase Tiger Dollars during the month of July, and you will be automatically registered to attend Tom O'Brien's one-day live webinar, 5 primary core techniques to become a master trader, at no additional charge. Your purchase of Tiger Dollars is the only way to gain access to this exclusive webinar. The one-day webinar will be held Monday, August 8th from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. The course will also be archived on your members page for you to view at your convenience. Go to the front page of TFNN.com under Breaking News and order your Tiger Dollars now.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds, I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now off 116. NASDAQ is getting hit good. It's down 53. You get the S&Ps off 18. We're talking to Rick in British Columbia. We're talking about taxes, and I was just telling a story about Inside the Den this morning, okay? The airlines, folks, so we get this representative in Florida.
John Micah?
Micah. He got through, he stopped basically the FAA from charging taxes last week. Bottom line, 4,000 people just got laid off.
Yeah.
The airlines are keeping them $30 million a day. That is insane in itself, okay? So, but let's get back to the taxes for a second. What happens with it's a spending issue, and you know, all of this money that goes to certain pet peeves, and this has to do with lobbyists, this has to do with everything else. Tax-wise, so let's say that over 250, which you're talking about, the effective deal is about 35. Well, the tax code's 35%, but the reality is that the effective tax on most people will come down to about 27% because you can juggle a few things around. Now, you can go day and night. I'm figuring, hey, 27% is not bad as an effective tax number.
Right.
You know, so on the larger basis, Rick, I would say that the bottom line is that no, I'm against higher taxes. I'm for less spending because as far as I'm concerned, see, when you get the green check, man, once you're on the payroll for that green check, you're on it. But, you know.
Yeah. So Rick, my take is this. And that is, I have no problem contributing, and we do that all the time. And so when it comes to taxes, what I don't like about what's in the media, from my standpoint, I just hate when things are misrepresented. So if we take a look at just, because I'm a real numbers guy, so let's just go back to the so-called roll back the tax cuts that supposedly, that are in there, that are in place, okay? And so you'd roll those back to 2001, to what we'll call the Clinton-era tax code. Now, when the tax rates changed, do you know who got the biggest breaks? Just out of curiosity. Well, do you?
Some of the biggest companies seem to get the biggest breaks.
Well, let's talk about individuals, because right now we're talking about really taxing individuals. Well, here's the deal. If you take a look at wage earners in the $100,000 and less, those folks received the biggest tax break between 2001 and today. Their tax break was 27%. The second biggest group that got tax breaks were folks that made $50,000 or less. Their taxes decreased by 22%. It's everybody over 250. Their taxes went down by 19%. So when you take a look at the groups, if we're going to raise taxes or we want to roll things back, if the hypothesis is things were so great in 2001 and let's roll back there, let's roll it back for everybody. Remember, I always talk about the power of focus. And right now, sometimes the power of focus is to shift the focus away from maybe the real problems. I mean, that's what I believe that a lot of times the politicians are. It's easy to come out and attack. I mean, they instead of talking about spending, they want to talk about how to raise more money. We need to raise more money. And I've said during this show, and the only way out of this is going to be through producing more revenue. Yeah, the spending is way out of control, but it's a revenue issue, and revenues are taxes. And so we've got to get the unemployed back to work. That will also buoy larger incomes for those folks that are working,
yes.
And that's more tax revenues. So no problem raising taxes, but let's roll it all back to 2001. I'd sign up for that. It's higher tax rates for folks making over 250, but it's fair. You know what I'm saying? That at least it's fair in my mind, Rick.
Well, what I'm saying is, totally agree with what Tom's saying. Spending, staying, and I think what this has really done is it's created a conscience, not just for politicians, but for the public.
Well, hopefully it has.
Even in Canada, people are talking about it, and all I'm saying is, if you can stay as disciplined with your spending and cutbacks, et cetera, but can you find a little more revenue? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, we can find revenue, man. Yeah. And the only way that you can't find revenue, and this is what my larger argument is that, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, Republicans claim they want smaller government. You know what? Go historically, Republicans and Democrats, but government keeps getting bigger, and why wouldn't it? All this government is another corporation. Picture it for a second, folks.
Absolutely.
If you're the government, right, and if we're in government, who am I going to give jobs to? Sons, daughters, cousins, okay? That's how it works. Don't think for 1 second you don't have nepotism, you don't have, hey, let's get on the payroll, man, let's get the contracts going. That's our larger problem.
But see, and one of your biggest strengths, and I don't understand it all, is the fact that you have a lot of international companies. I mean, my community here, about 6,000 people, we've got the McDonald's, we've got Taco Bells and stuff like that. A lot of these are franchises, and I don't know, they pay to McDonald's, so I don't know how the taxes work, whether it comes back, and how much of a tax base you get with external companies, but you own a lot.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but our actual external and our strength in this country is we're a country full of mongrels, country full of immigrants, and ideas and innovation happen every day. That's our real strength, and that's where it's going to continue. You stay right there, Rick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. To help you celebrate your trading independence during the month of July, we are offering you a unique opportunity to get all of the TFNN outstanding products at a substantial discount and to receive access to an exclusive webinar that you can only get with this offer. If you purchase Tiger Dollars during July, you will automatically be registered to attend my live webinar at no extra charge. During this one-day webinar, you'll spend 5 hours in the TFNN virtual classroom learning the 5 primary fundamental core techniques to become a master trader. The live one-day webinar, 5 primary fundamental core techniques to become a master trader, will be held on Monday, August 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you're unable to attend the live webinar, the course will be archived on your members page for you to view at your convenience. Outstanding TFNN products at substantial discounts with a free webinar. Now that's a great way to celebrate your trading independence. Go to the Tiger store and purchase your Tiger Dollars now.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
So let's go to our man, Dan from Reading, Massachusetts. Dan, are you on the line?
I am. I got a call that I won that Great Panther giveaway.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Hey. That's great. That's great. Did you believe you were going to be a winner?
I doubted it. I don't usually win, but pleased to win.
Starting Tuesday, June 21st through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins.
Today's winner is Len Winograd from Hollandale, Florida. How are you today, Len?
Never better. I feel so good. I should be twins.
Congratulations. Beautiful silver coin. How long have you been listening to TFNN, Len?
I listen every day for the last 4 years.
Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. When you purchase Tiger Dollars in the month of July, you'll receive access to my exclusive one-day webinar, 5 primary core techniques to become a master trader.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow off 122, Nasdaq's off 56, S&Ps are off 16. And we're talking with our man Rick from British Columbia. So, Rick, you want to look at IBM?
Yeah, let's look at IBM.
So what are you looking at here?
Well, let's look at a long-term, 5-year chart. I'm just curious. I'm not saying we can't rally and retest the highs here, but where do you think this thing's going to pull back to? Like a 135 area?
So IBM right now, folks, we got it at, it's banging out there at the 182. So... yeah, what he's looking at is the 531. Yeah, that's doable. I mean, that's the last time he had any juice in at 133.10, right? That's
down and I put it on like a quarterly.
Okay.
And we're just, we've been basically going up on fumes. That doesn't mean we can't retest the highs and fool around here. If they ever get a relief in this problem, you could get a nice big rally and so forth and so forth. But
well, the thing that to always remember, folks, is this: is that markets, do 4 things on a continual basis. You have accumulation at lows with light volume. You have markup with big volume, distribution with light volume, markdown with big volume. And every single stock in the world continues to do it. And if not, because we like to talk about a little that's your compounding deal. If you compounded a number, you beat it a freaking moon. Excuse me, you beat it a moon, and it'd be insane. So things have to pull back. No matter how good the equities are. No doubt about that.
And IBM just finished a 1-to-1 ABC up on the weekly. That price projection is 184.74. and where it got to last week was 185.63. So now the question is what's it going to do from here? If it's just going to move sideways for a little bit, it's going to create some more energy and get up to the 192 area. Then it's going to go up to 230. So and if we took on the daily basis, I think there was wasn't there a pretty decent sign of strength a few days ago? Yeah, there was a pretty decent sign of strength on July 19th. I mean, you had some decent volume come in there. So will this close the gap? I mean, that's the first test, is when it gets down to the July 19th date. And depending on the volume that comes down, that's going to tell us if it's going to move sideways or not.
But you put it on, like I say, a 3-year quarterly.
Yeah.
And gives you kind of an overall perspective of how this market's been going up on fumes. And this has been one of the better performers, right? It's been basically the Apple of the NYSE.
Hey, listen, what's the taxes up like in British Columbia? How does that work?
Well,
you guys just don't pay them?
Well, we pay our taxes.
Yeah, how much you pay?
You know what? I probably pay. You go in ranges, right? The first 10,000 is tax free.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's your effective tax rate? And what that means now, that means what you actually pay. Like down here, it's 35% for over the 250, but realistically, like my effective tax rate is 27%, 27.5 this year. So, what's your effective?
I don't know the number, but after we make about $60,000, you get taxed 40%.
Yeah. Well, see, $60,000 in the United States, you're probably paying 17%.
You're paying. Let's see here. You're paying about 20. If you're 50 grand, you're paying about 22%.
Right.
Six grand.
But that's the full amount. That's not effective, right?
That would be the. Wait. No, I'm sorry. That's not. The actual rate would be 66.50. Let's say divided by 50,000. You're paying. Around what? 10, 12%.
Yeah.
So about 12% on 50 grand here.
Okay. Yeah. I just know there's a ladder, right? It's laddered.
Yeah.
First 10 grand, nothing. Then percentage, and once you reach around 60 grand or so, we get taxed 40% on it.
Yeah, you don't even have an effective tax rate. I can tell because you're giving us you're too much, man. You're making money on dividends or something, Rick, because you'd have that number down. You got too much. Oh, we got you, brother. You stay right there, man. Okay. There you go. See that? I'll tell you. You better be careful when you start talking taxes, folks.
13% is
you got two number guys here.
That's right.
And you got to remember, folks, when you trade every day, that we have to pay full taxes on that.
That's right.
So
that's all
we don't have no capital gains on this baby. We're going to be right back, folks.
Launched in April, Ken Shreve's newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, has had an overwhelming response, and his outstanding results have not disappointed. Using his unique method of combining a fundamental review of sales and earnings with technical charting for entry and exits, Ken is posting multiple double-digit percentage gains. This month only, you can lock in the low introductory rate of $395 per year. Log on to TFNN.com today to gain instant access to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter. TFNN and Tom O'Brien have announced a one-of-a-kind special for this month only. During July, if you purchase at least $500 worth of Tiger Dollars, not only do you get a 20% bonus, but you also gain access to an exclusive one-day online class with Tom O'Brien. Tom's live one-day webinar will take place Monday, August 8th, and of course will be archived if you can't attend or just want to review. Tom will focus on the 5 primary fundamental core techniques to become a master trader, and the only way to gain entry to this exciting one-day class is by purchasing your Tiger Dollars in the month of July. The best part about Tiger Dollars is you can spend them on a variety of newsletters and products we offer. Bud, Basil, Ken, Dave, Steve, Larry, Tom, or Nico, no matter your preference, they all accept Tiger Dollars for their services. Purchase your Tiger Dollars this month and don't miss out on Tom's exclusive full-day webinar. Visit TFNN.com and act today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, TFNN, we start programming 9 in the morning, 9 Eastern Time. And of course, if y'all listening to this just on audio, don't forget you can get this on a video on Tiger TV on Channel 1. Now, this afternoon, tell me, what you're doing this afternoon with your subscribers.
Sure. So I do a newsletter, folks, called Mastering Probability.
Yeah.
It's more than really just a newsletter.
Right.
And part of that is every other week we do a celestial charting workshop. Okay. It's a webcast. We do it from about 3 to 4.
Yes.
And what we do there is we take a look at the aspects that are impacting the markets.
Okay.
So we know that we're utilizing a lunar strategy.
Yes.
Okay. That's got a good win-loss rate, about 70% win-loss rate. But there's way more than just the lunar. There's more than just the full moon, new moon, or the moon being at apogee or perigee.
Right.
There's so many other aspects. And so last night I was working on it, and I sent out one of the aspects that we're going to take a look at that took place yesterday, which is a real telling aspect because I went back and, in fact, the aspect that I sent out yesterday, nobody is actually, I don't know anybody that's done any work on it.
I love it.
And what I do, folks, is these aspects, I'm not an astrologer. I am someone that's always looking for an indicator that gives us an edge.
Right.
And so that's what Mastering Probability is all about. It's about giving yourself an edge. It's understanding the money management piece of it. And then looking for some other indicators, some other time-based indicators.
Right.
In time, because, trading is all about price and time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All about price and time. Right. And, and I just know the value of everyone's time. So these webcasts, there's a lot of information that we pack into it in 30 to 45 minutes, and we open up for questions.
Nice.
And the folks that subscribe, they've got it on their site. They can go back and they can take a look at it. I give them all the dates so they can go back and they can lay it over anything else that they might trade. So whether it's a currency or what have you. And so a lot of work. So that and it's really cool because these are indicators that you're not going to find on any trading system.
Right, no doubt. And listen, folks, don't forget, you have to the end of this month to get Tiger Dollars. I'm going to do that 5-hour workshop, which is going to be on August 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's going to be live. It'll be archived on the site. It's free if you buy Tiger Dollars. You can buy Tiger Dollars, get Steve's newsletter, and you're off to the races, big time.
Yeah.
Let's go to Tom in Pennsylvania. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I was looking at JDS Uniphase.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. You get JDS Uniphase, folks. Lows 908, the highs 29. And this is, getting pretty wild here. What you had is that if we bring this back, okay, so let me bring this back to 2010. We'll put it on a weekly. This had a huge expansion up February 4th from 1670 all the way up to 2912. Now it pulls back with lighter volume. Now you looking to buy this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you want to go, folks, this is getting real close. And where you want to go into May 7th. The week of May 7th. The high of that is 1389. Your volume characteristic for the week is 109 million. That looks to me where it wants to go number one, and if you have a rejection there, then you got big action, man. You know.
Yeah, you've got that. Plus, then if you go back on that weekly and you take a look at where it started to break out from December 31st, 2010. So now you've got two things that are you came right back to the breakout area of this. Plus, you went right back to the last week. That you're coming into with any kind of volume. So it's a nice double setup right there.
Yeah, that's right, because you get volume at the highs.
Yeah.
That's the big number out there, no doubt. And look at this. I don't mean to interrupt here, folks, but there she goes. I was doing an update on Colorado Network this morning.
Yeah.
They just hit gold. And I saw the first sell-off, folks. The first sell-off in gold was 8,000 contracts, 4,000 contracts this morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And of course, I trade 10-minute charts, okay?
Yep.
But I saw it. I was on the air when it was happening, and I said to them, that person's going to come back, and sure enough, this is, folks, okay, if you want to understand markets, let me tell you something. When someone comes into a market once, they don't just come in once. And sure enough, bang, they come right in again.
I see it, yeah. They sure did.
And what you're going to see here, the dollar wants to go high. Oh, they're going to croak this thing. This right here, someone just threw in another 4,500 contracts. Okay, brother, listen, man, you have a great one, a safe one. We really appreciate the call.
All right, thanks.
It's going to be interesting here to watch this whole thing shake out, because what you have now, it was up $12. Now you're up $1.40.
Yeah.
And silver's up 13 cents. See, the dollar wants to go, man. This is going to be so wild, folks, because it's so counterintuitive that the dollar actually wants to go higher. But you know what that means for all us, folks? That means that you will get people back to work. We will be stronger, because you get a picture something here. This is the currency moves are where it's at.
Oh, absolutely.
We've already gone through Armageddon.
Absolutely.
And the politicians, get rid of the politicians. We need a revolution, and we do, and it's going to start right here. That's it, man. I'm telling you, we're going to throw all these scoundrels out, man. And there's got to be young people out there now listening. Okay, keep your morals, keep your ethics. And, and it absolutely has to be hard when you have a lobbyist coming up saying, hey, I'll give you 400 grand, let's go,
look, with the right money management system, the right trading, okay, you can make way more money.
That's right.
And the thing is that you've got to start. You've got to pick a time when you finally just look at yourself and say, okay, I'm going to make the commitment.
Right.
I mean, the whole reason that I'm here, is because of the power of one decision.
Yes.
One simple decision, folks. And it happened to be, I was a business partner in another business. We were on our way to a member guest golf tournament. And before I met Tom, when I first came to Tom's Master Trader course, I probably had 70 or 80 outstanding positions. I had a spreadsheet of stocks. I had my own basket of stocks, okay? And I'm a numbers guy, so I was diving into the balance sheets and the income statements, okay? But there would be times I would wake up in the morning and the stock would fall out of bed. It could be cut in half. Maybe it was Red Hat. Who knows what Hanson Nats, whatever it was, right? And I couldn't understand, I'd done my homework.
How that happened.
And why did it drop to that? And that was, and my business partner knew that. And he happened to, as we're driving to the course, he was driving the car ahead of me, and he heard you on the radio, said, hey, you got to, tune your radio to this guy.
I thank his partner.
Listen, absolutely, And I listened to you, and I wrote down the number and played in the golf tournament, and that Monday called Mike Comey. You had a Master Trader program, and I was here. I was here. I didn't even have a chance to get the book.
I know. It blew my mind, folks.
It was so quick, okay? Right. But it really, it's just so it's the power of one decision.
Right.
And it's the time piece, folks. You can't get back time. You got to make a decision now.
Well, it's wild. Yesterday morning, folks, you remember when Steve was talking about that Netflix trade?
Yeah.
That, you go look at it. That was up 14 points from that point. We were talking about even that option. That option was up 50% in one day. So risk reward is where it's at.
Yeah,
absolutely. You stay right there, folks. Steve and myself, we're going to be coming right back. We have the Dow off 124. Gold just went to negative. You got to love these markets.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
You've heard Bud Rolfs give his expert technical analysis of the stock market on the radio. Now you can have his superior trading advice and his best stock picks delivered right to your desktop every week with his newsletter, The Torch. Using his own trademarked Warpath trading system, Bud will help you to increase your odds of making and saving money in the markets with powerful stock selection, stock analysis, and trading plan strategies. Published every Monday morning, each issue of The Torch features full-color charts in an easy-to-follow format. You will also receive not only the big picture of what's going on in the major markets and critical sectors, but also featured stock picks with complete trading plans and technical setups, as well as the Subscribers Corner, where Bud analyzes stocks submitted by subscribers. Visit TFNN.com today and receive your 2-week free trial of The Torch. That's a $75 value. Sign up now and make sure you receive all the great market analysis and winning trade ideas in every action-packed issue of The Torch from Bud Rolfs.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow off 99, Nasdaq's down 48, S&Ps are off 13. And don't forget, folks, coming right up after us, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, and then Larry Pesavento. And then this afternoon, folks, at 3 o'clock, of course, we have David White. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Wednesday, okay.
Yep.
So you get David White coming on, and then I come back on this afternoon. And folks, if you do enjoy the program, please tell 3 people about it. Tell them it's on Tiger TV, Channel 1, Steve and I in the morning.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, you know, when you're looking at your newsletter.
Yes.
You do your newsletter once a week, and then you do updates, right?
Yeah, usually over the weekend I do a pretty thorough analysis of the S&P, the sectors within inside it, then maybe take a look at some currencies, and maybe even the futures, whatever it is. But then during the week, I give alerts. So right now, I'm actually working on an alert that's going to go out here. Either while we're on the air.
Right.
So there's a couple of trades that I see that are set up here, good reward to risk, and so so they're going to get a text alert, an email alert with all the backup and with all the money management piece of it. Because folks, what's really key is understanding the money management piece of trading. This is a game where you got to put probabilities on your side. You're not going to be right on every trade, but you would be amazed when you have the right money management strategy in place. Then this is a business. This is just, and I want you to become a money master. That's what we're really all about. We're just trying to teach people to become a money master. When you can become a money master, all the rest of the outside noise of jobs and so forth, you control your own destiny. No doubt. Your own financial future.
And folks, if you do want to come to my workshop on the 8th of August, it's going to be live, just like we were doing from 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. All you have to do is buy Tiger Dollars this month. You have the next few days to buy it. It's good on anything. And you can see, as we're looking at this gold contract, bottom line, you'll understand what you should be looking for at the markets, in the markets at all times. Let's go to Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, what's happening, brother? Okay. Hey, what's happening, man?
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, very good. Hey, I just wanted to have you take a look at Cree.
Let's take a look. We got CREE. They manufacture semiconductor materials, electronic devices. The low's 30, the high's 75. Okay, so what are we looking to do here?
Well, we're getting down to some support levels. I was thinking of taking a swing trade to the long side.
Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're looking at. Let me pull this back a little bit more, because see what you have here, folks, last time that you had any juice on the way down is at 38 bucks, and right now you're at 31. So I'm going to put it back on a weekly, and ooh, this is a mess too. What a trip that is. Okay, so you get a nice mess. Listen, a nice mess is a beautiful thing, man. I like that. Seriously. Okay, so I see where he's going now. Oh, cool. Okay, I see where he's going, folks. Is all the way back. This is amazing, actually, back to 2007. Yeah, I like this deal here, man. Let me just see something. You need something to put your back against the wall, and that's what I'm trying to find here. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you did September of 08, that's 29 at the high. So let me see something here. That's kind of a lot of bread, but, this isn't pulling back today. I mean, you know what you don't have here? What I don't like, see, I like to see a sign of strength first, and then you buy the pullback. And that's what I'd wait for, Dave. I'd wait for a sign of strength first, even though that I see what you're looking at, no doubt. But I'd wait for a sign of strength to come in first, right? Then you buy the next pullback. Because what you don't have is that sign of strength. But I see that, no doubt, a dead cat bounce on this can get you $3 or $4.
Yeah, I was thinking like $35 with a stop below 30. Good risk reward.
I'm with you. But wait for a sign of strength, man. It's worth it.
Or at least wait for it to get above 32.50.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
okay, man. Listen, folks, thanks so much for being here with us. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, tomorrow, same place, same time, 9 o'clock we start off. You stay right there. We get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next.
Take care, folks.
Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using